What's going on, everybody? Eric back here with another YouTube video. In this video today, I'm going to be explaining to you exactly how I was able to cash out on SPY and the SPX, nearly 5 figures, cashing over 175% in pure profits. Let's get right into it right here, baby. Let's freaking go, baby. SPY puts, SPX, we totally cashed out on it, you guys. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining to you exactly how I was able to make nearly 5 freaking figures in the stock market. I got a little bit over $9,000, you guys, and it was an absolute cash out day. We cashed out over 175% in profits. I had SPY pulled up. Yes, SPY was the banger of the day. My screenshot of my profits right here, and you can check them out down below. So SPY. Okay, so what happened with the market today? Complete crash. Like, so bad. I mean, we were like headed downward, right? We were in a downward trend, and we wanted to see where the market was heading off to today. So as soon as I saw the S&P 500 just kind of take like a hit on these first couple candles, right? And we're using the 5-minute chart, okay? Don't get confused. We're using the 5-minute chart. So every single candle represents 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes in. We took our position, baby. Now, what do you guys notice right here? We noticed a bearish flag forming, okay? And the previous green candle from the red candle was a significant move towards the downside because of the volume, right? So obviously I'm going to go into depth, a little into depth. I'm not going to go fully into depth. That's why I have my courses and my seminar, which I will be hosting every 2 to 3 months on my seminar. And I have my courses if you guys want to join my monthly group subscription alerts system, or if you want to join my lifetime package, feel free. You guys, it's the links will be down below. And yeah, so right back into it. So this candle right here was such a beautiful, beautiful confirmation. Wow. Just beautiful, man. Okay. Below 447, keep this in mind, you guys. Below 447, we shorted SPY. Because of the significant volume, right, and the whole bearish momentum. I mean, we take a look at the last 2 days from Friday and Thursday, you know, there's just a bunch of bearish momentum going on. So the market was bound to head down, okay? We looked at the daily time frame, okay, and we saw that SPY was just heading down, you know, it's just heading down, and it was just bound to come down, right? And September is also not a really good month for the market from history. You know, the month of September, the market ends up, you know, falling and just doing not the best. So let's get right into it. This candle right here was a huge and beautiful confirmation, right? The volume came through. The volume was about right here when I took my position on this candle right here, and it was sitting around like 447.05, and I instantly knew that SPY was going to tank, and that's why I took a position for SPY puts and SPX puts, right? And below 447, it would have just tanked. So we ended up playing SPY puts expiration, today's expiration, right? 0 days till expiration, okay? We ended up making 92% on this play. I'm going to show you exactly how we did it. So we entered our position below 447. I alerted it in my group, said, get into SPY puts, baby. SPY puts to the ground. Full sended it. Yes, it was a gamble play. Okay, when you do 0 days till expiration, same day expiration, it's a gamble play. Okay, keep that in mind. So we ended up playing. We collected profits right at the bear bottom. Now, question is, how did I know this was the bear bottom? Well, I didn't really know it was the bear bottom. I just knew based off this trend line, right? based off this trend line, it was coming close. And I saw the doji candle forming. So my instant thought was, let's get out of our position. We're up almost 100% on our position, right? So we ended up, pulling massive profits right here. And then we ended up waiting off on the market, and we're like, okay, well, we're coming up. And, for the next like 30 minutes, the market was just like kind of, going in an uptrend, right? And this 447 was a key level of resistance. And I had it drawn the whole time. As you guys can see, I had it drawn the whole time, right? And it tested it, came down, and then boom, another crash, right? For the market. Volume came through. It's a beautiful crash. Now, let's get into the second position we took. Wow. So this position kind of screwed me in a way, right? Because we were nearly down 70%, and then we ended up pulling our profits for about 80, 90%, like around 85, 90%. So we cashed out a little bit over 175 in total in today's profits. And as you guys can see here, we had another rising wedge, right? We had a bearish flag on the first pattern. Then we had the rising wedge. So what happened here? Okay. Volume confirmed. So I jumped the gun. I was like, you know what? I'm buying SPY puts, today's expiration. So you guys, not only was I buying today's expiration, right? I was also like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 hours before the market closed, right? When I took my first position in the morning, this was 30 minutes when the market opened, right? My contracts are still being saved. So get this, took my position, couldn't even get a fill. Didn't even get a really good fill at all, actually. So by the time I got into my position, it was like 445.50. It was literally on this candle, and I was like super pissed off. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I had to cancel my order, get back in. And this is the exact reason why I will be switching my brokerage, switching to Lightspeed and using them as a brokerage, because they're just an overall better platform, and their fills aren't bad. It's like their limit orders are amazing. And what I do, you guys, when I trade in the stock market, I do limit orders. I don't do market orders, because with market orders, they just rob you of your money. Okay, so that's why I do limit orders. So by the time I got into this position, I was like, yo, oh my gosh, like I got such a terrible fill. So it was like 445.50. It was like around this area right here. And instantly, like, yes, I was up about 20% just alone on this candle. Just alone on this candle, I was up 25%. But then instantly, this thing reversed on me, because I thought it would break this trend, honestly, today, like around this time. And this volume came through, so it's kind of like a little fake false breakout. So I ended up holding through. And oh my gosh, this was like such a roller coaster. I swear, today was like an emotional roller coaster. So instantly, when I'm like right here, you guys, my fill was 445.50, and I was literally like, it jumped up to like 446. It came back down. So we're talking about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes. You guys, just like huge headaches going on, right? So I'm over here freaking out. I'm like, I'm in this position nearly, freaking like, I don't even know, like $7,000, $8,000 on this position. And I'm flipping out. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm down like 40, 50%, like right here, because not only, keep in mind, when the stock is going against you, right, and you're doing same day expiration, 0 days till expiration, your contracts are decaying like this, like by the freaking second. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like as soon as it moved against me, my contracts were decaying. Like it needed to drop. Eventually, it needed to drop below 444.80, I think, 444.80 for me to just break even on it, after this huge like hold right here. So I was just holding my position. I was down nearly like $4,000, and then came back around. I was like, all right, cool. This is coming back around, and then it's bouncing in the next 5 minutes. And I get to like right here at this 445, and I'm getting excited. I'm like, okay, well, once it breaks that 444, 35, I'm going to probably be break even, or something. Nope, not even break even. I was down like 28, 30%. But then we come along here and it breaks this trend line. So I'm like, yes, SPY's going to the ground, baby. We're going to be rich. Okay, no. Literally, SPY was just like, no, you think you're going to be rich, but in reality, I'm going to make you broke. So that's exactly what it did. It made me freaking broke at this point, right? If I took my loss, I honestly would have taken like a $3,000, $4,000 hit, you guys. Not even kidding. So comes down around, I'm like, okay, I'm only down like maybe 10%, 5%, coming into 5, break even around this candle. I'm like consolidating. All right, boom, right back around. I'm like, dude, what is going on, man? Like, this can't be happening. So what I did as a trader, which wasn't really responsible as for me, I averaged down. So I stacked another, $3,000, $4,000. And yes, I know I shouldn't have done that. It was a really terrible mistake. So I'm in about 10,000 here. So the average down actually really helped my contract. So by the time I actually averaged down, it was about an average of like 445.30 around this high, and it just tanked. And I literally sold the bare bottom for like an 80% profit. I don't even know how I did it, honestly, guys. I really don't even know how I did it. I sold it at the bottom, and I said, screw it. I'm walking away. We made money. We cashed out heavy for the day. And, SPY instantly just boom, reversed. Okay. So now this is what I'm going to show you. This is exactly where I took my freaking position. Okay. For SPY calls. And we're currently swinging it. And I'm up about 18%. We took it above 445.02. And what do you know? TD Ameritrade, baby. You guys have the worst fills on your freaking platform. Couldn't get filled. Okay. Above 445. I'm calling out in my group. I'm like, watch SPY calls above 445, baby. We're sending it to the freaking moon. What do you know? Couldn't even get a fill. Where I got my fill was around this area right here. Okay, so it was around like 445.50, 445.60. I think it was around these two candles. Then I finally filled, right? But thank God, I was up in the money and I was cashing out, and we were able to cash out and then close off about 18% with Wednesday's expiration. Okay, so didn't pay me out as much. I was surprised because the move from SPY from these candles, 445, 50, 60s, moved all the way up to 446. It was a dollar move. So I was actually a little weirded out with how it paid me out. So we'll see tomorrow. Currently SPY sitting around 447 right now. Now with options, it doesn't really update. It only updates the last in the first 10 minutes after hours. If you trade SPY, your contracts will keep moving. But after that 10-minute frame, it'll stop moving. So I closed off at like 18 or 20% profit, holding it over into tomorrow. So we're going to see how tomorrow, plays out. And, we have a stop loss for it, but overall, these pattern breakouts were amazing. Honestly, it was absolutely amazing. You can catch a good 20, 25% move on these if you know how to chart these out. Okay. So I hope this helped a lot of you that, are probably wondering like, hey, how do you have an eye for the market? How do you see these patterns? This is exactly how I see them. Guys, I use a 5-minute time frame. Okay. 5-minute time frame. I chart these, stocks out like literally these patterns. Like my favorite patterns are the bear, the bull, bullish flags, the rising and falling wedges, ascending triangles, And really, I mean, those are probably the only like 5 or 6 patterns I use. Sometimes I'll use the cup and handle and all that stuff, but overall, like, it was just an amazing, great, stressful. But that's what it is, guys. Stock market is freaking stressful. It'll literally take you back like a million steps, right? My biggest hits in the market were like 15, 20K in a day. My most profitable days were $15,000, $20,000. Your knowledge that you put into it and the time that you put into it, it's going to pay off. Just one thing, don't give up. Don't give up, because I'm telling you, it's well worth it.